Albert Pujols needs to play every day to ensure that he has the ample plate appearances to pull this off, because it would be a crime if an analytical department in a front office of a Major League Baseball team we're 8 games ahead of the Brewers right now in first place. We got a couple weeks to go. I don't know. I think Dickerson's a better platoon option tonight.
Is that how they talk?
You can't let one of your greatest players of all time be held back from a milestone that only 3 other humans have. 2 have done it cleanly. I'm sorry. The front office cannot be the enemy here.
Surely that
every day.
Surely that won't happen. The only way Albert Pujols should sit is if there's questions around his health. I completely agree with you. There's no way analytics gets him out of the lineup with history and what. Again, this is a game for the players, about the players and for the fans. Theo Epstein said that the other day, and I thought it was beautifully said. This is for the fans.
Yes,
fans want to see this. Last at bat, every person, it was 0-2 in that at bat. Every person in Busch Stadium was on their feet.
Yeah, but his performance has warranted that, though. That's the other thing. So, some of those analytics are probably saying he needs to be in the lineup. He's been a difference maker in their lineup, over the course of his hot streak since the All-Star break.
I understand that, but the way they look at things, if the starting pitcher is right-handed and Corey Dickerson has good numbers against.
Oh, trust me, I never faced a lefty at the end of my career.
Right. You would have to think tonight goes to your point. If he's facing Corbin Burns, there's not another right-hander tougher on righties in the league.
Right.
And he's in there. So
that has to happen. I think once they came from behind and won a game like 3 days ago, and it pushed the Brewers to 8 games out of first place, I was telling everybody here, the Cardinals didn't clinch the division. What they clinched was Albert Pujols playing every single game. And it has to happen.
You got to make sure he's healthy for the postseason, though. That's the thing. Because
Can you believe we're saying that?
Well,
Dan O'Dowd said the same thing on Sunday. He's like, what's important for the Cardinals right now isn't 700. It's making sure Albert's healthy because they need him in October.
Absolutely. I mean, he's going to be a key part of their team going into October, whether it's playing the matchups, coming off the bench, the way he's been swinging the bat. I mean, he's come up with some big hits, big homers for them, over the last couple of weeks. He needs to be there.
700 to me, it happening in a St. Louis uniform, and that happening for the fans is almost just under them winning the World Series. If they get to the playoffs and don't win the World Series, I think they have to win the World Series for that to be the truth. Other than that, I think 700 is. I know that the teammates and everybody else don't want to hear it, but the fans and what it means for him to get there, or he retires at 699.
You're so right.
I want to see the celebration go crazy and what that will mean for St. Louis, rather than if they get in and lose in the first, second round. I would rather see the 700 than that.
Our TV ninja, Chris Collins, our producer, asked me, Greg, I'm from St. Louis, right? And
oh, really?
was covering Albert Pujols when he was a rookie in 2001. And he asked me, he goes, you can pick one or the other. Cardinals win the World Series, and Albert doesn't hit 700, or Albert reaches 700. The Cardinals don't win the World Series. And I said I want Albert hitting 700 home runs.
There you go.
The most unlikely thing was Albert reaching 700 home runs. If you take yourself back to your mind space before the year started.
That fan base deserves it. St. Louis fan base, incredible. As a visiting player, and I went through and played World Series games in St. Louis. I've gotten my rear end kicked in Busch Stadium in the playoffs, and I've had all different kinds of experiences. What great baseball fans. And to have 700, one of your players, Cardinal Hall of Fame, it's cooler than that.
Yeah.
I mean, Ozzie Smith,
I remember Albert
guys
facing you, man. I think he hit 355 with 3 home runs.
Come on, Greg.
You can't
He's
do
the first
this.
ballot.
I'll tell you what, I had a bad draw in a postseason game out in San Diego one time. There was a pop-up that didn't go our way, and 2 pitches later, it ended in the...
We'll have to bring that back.
No. Look,